With their marriage now officially over, it seems there's little left to be shocked about. As the saying goes, once a cheater, always a cheater. Kirk Frost has seemingly repeated the very mistakes that tore apart his relationship with Rasheeda in the first place. Buckle up, because the drama is heating up again. Jasmine Washington, the woman at the center of their past issues, appears to be the catalyst for this breakup once more. Kirk has reportedly rekindled his romance with Jasmine, and here's the kicker: she's pregnant with his second child. Talk about déjà vu. This mess started when Kirk's secret came to light. Instead of owning up to his actions, he claimed he was tired of Rasheeda and had always wanted out of their relationship. But let's be real, most of us can see right through this excuse. After 25 years of ups and downs, Rasheeda had finally had enough. Reports suggest she's filed for divorce, and honestly, who can blame her? Their relationship has been one long roller coaster ride, filled with drama and betrayal, and it seems Rasheeda is finally ready to get off the ride. If we look back at their history, it's clear this has been a long time coming. Rasheeda has put up with more than most people would in a relationship. From the very beginning, their love story has been plagued by Kirk's infidelity. Remember *Love and Hip Hop? Atlanta Season 2. Kirk accused Rasheeda of cheating when she became pregnant, which was ironic considering his own behavior. Later, in one of the most talked about moments in reality TV history, Kirk was caught cheating on tape during a vacation. Season 3 brought more humiliation for Rasheeda when Kirk insisted on a DNA test to prove he was the father of her child. Imagine the hurt and embarrassment she must have felt, especially knowing her mother, Shirlene, was watching her go through all this. Who could forget when Shirlene confronted Kirk during a heated argument, even crashing her motorcycle into his bike? That's what you call mama bear energy. Despite Kirk's repeated betrayals, Rasheeda tried to make their marriage work. She even forgave him after discovering in Season 6 that he had fathered a child with Jasmine Washington, who was a stripper at the time. Though they briefly separated, Rasheeda found it in her heart to give him another chance. But now, history is repeating itself, and the situation feels like a slow-motion disaster. Kirk is allegedly back with Jasmine, and she's carrying his second child. As if things couldn't get worse, Kirk seems to be playing the victim. He's claiming he wanted out of his marriage all along, but it's clear this is just a cover for his actions. Rasheeda has endured years of lies, and it's no surprise she's reached her breaking point. Their love story may have lasted decades, but it's ending in heartbreak and betrayal. It's a sad but familiar tale, one where trust is broken and the pieces can't be put back together. For years, Rasheeda has been dealing with her marriage to Kirk, but many people believe it was just a cover-up for his recent mistakes. His behavior clearly shows signs of cheating, a classic example of infidelity. When caught, the usual response is to act surprised and upset, as if it was happening the entire time. Many viewers of the show, who have been following Rasheeda's journey closely, agree with her choice to end things with Kirk. In my opinion, this decision was long overdue. Rasheeda is finally putting her happiness and peace of mind first after dealing with Kirk's behavior for far too long. Now let's talk about Kirk's actions over the years, which have been nothing short of awful. On the show, he was often shown as a supportive husband and manager, always there to help Rasheeda pursue her dreams of becoming a musician. But after hearing about his affair, which shattered her trust, it was clear that Kirk's image was far from the reality of what was going on behind closed doors. Rasheeda, feeling betrayed, paced around their living room, a determined look in her eyes. She had made up her mind. If Kirk wanted to play games, she could play them too. The look on her face said it all. She wasn't going to just sit back and accept it. Rasheeda decided to hold a press conference, knowing that this would be the moment everyone would be talking about. Cameras flashed and reporters gathered, eager to hear what she had to say. Rasheeda was ready to take control of the situation, and she knew she needed to make a strong impression. She took the podium, dressed in a stunning outfit that exuded both beauty and confidence. Rasheeda's calm yet excited voice echoed through the room as she addressed the crowd. "Thank you all for coming," she said with enthusiasm yet clear authority. "I want to be very clear about what's happening next because I have something important to share." She paused, allowing the reporters to catch their breath as the crowd eagerly awaited her words. "As many of you know, my relationship with Kirk Frost has recently faced some challenges," Rasheeda said, letting the words sink in. The reporters leaned in, their curiosity growing. The room buzzed with whispers, but then Rasheeda dropped the bombshell. "It's true. "Kirk has been unfaithful," she announced. The crowd gasped. But she wasn't finished yet. With a smile, Rasheeda added, "This is where it gets interesting." That's when her new partner stepped into the room. He was tall, attractive, and radiated a quiet confidence that stood out amidst the chaos. "I'm not just moving on," she said. "I'm starting a new chapter with someone who has been a true friend and companion throughout everything." The media erupted with questions. "Who is he?" one reporter asked, eager for details. With a proud smile, Rasheeda introduced him. "This is Adrian. He's been by my side during the highs and lows of my relationship with Kirk, and now we're moving forward together." Adrian, standing next to Rasheeda, greeted the reporters with a friendly smile and firm handshake, showing he was ready for whatever came next. After meeting through mutual friends, Rasheeda and I quickly became close. Reporters began to show interest in her new relationship, eager to learn how it would affect her public image. Of course, I was happy to support her during this time and be a part of her future. As the press conference came to a close, Rasheeda, with a calm demeanor and a hint of playful defiance, responded confidently. She clearly enjoyed shifting the focus away from the topic at hand. Rasheeda and Adrian walked off together, their hands tightly held, a clear symbol of their unity and fresh start. Cameras flashed as they left, but Rasheeda had already regained control of her story. With the media buzzing about her personal life, Rasheeda was ready to face whatever came next. Her decision to openly address Kirk's betrayal was a bold move, one that showed her strength and readiness for a new beginning. After a turbulent 25-year relationship, Rasheeda felt a sense of freedom as she moved forward, hand in hand with Adrian. She had endured Kirk's unfaithfulness with grace, and now she was prepared to embrace the future with optimism and confidence. For years, rumors about Kirk Frost's infidelity and dishonesty had caused constant strain in their marriage. Rasheeda had tolerated his actions for a long time, but the breaking point seemed to have come. The public scandal surrounding their relationship, especially during their time on *Love and Hip Hop*, only made things worse. One of the most shocking moments came during a trip when Kirk was caught up in paternity fraud. Rasheeda's pregnancy, which began in Season 2, led to more drama in Season 3 as the DNA test results stirred up even more tension. The drama between them reached its peak, and the cracks in their relationship widened. Throughout their marriage, there had been many turbulent moments. One particularly intense incident involved Rasheeda's mother, who famously ran over Kirk's motorcycle during an angry confrontation. This scene was just one of many dramatic episodes that seemed to play out like a soap opera on national television. Despite all this, Rasheeda had always tried to maintain a balance between her relationship, her family, and her career. Now, after years of betrayal, it seems that Rasheeda is finally ready to move on. The rumors about a divorce are circulating, and if true, they mark a significant change for her. Rasheeda has faced a lot in her marriage to Kirk, and it appears she's had enough. She's tired of living in the shadow of his infidelity and dishonesty. Choosing to prioritize her happiness and mental health, Rasheeda is taking control of her life. Her journey has been a difficult one, but with the support of her fans, she seems ready to embrace the next chapter. The end of her marriage would be a big shift, but it's clear that Rasheeda is prepared to move forward and leave the chaos behind. For almost 25 years, Rasheeda had been completely shocked by what she had almost heard the day before. She couldn't stop pacing the living room, her pulse racing as rumors swirled in her mind. The whispers had all started after she had introduced her supportive husband to a group of people, and now those rumors had consumed her. There had been years of wild ups and downs in their marriage, but this was different. The thought that Kirk could betray her so suddenly felt like a sharp pain cutting through her chest. It was hard to even breathe as she tried to make sense of it all. Taking a deep breath, Rasheeda gathered every ounce of strength she had. She knew she had to confront her husband, the man she had loved for so long. The man who, as it turned out, was having an affair. This wasn't just some rumor, it was personal. It was more than she ever imagined. "Kirk," she began, her voice unsteady at first. "The truth has to come out." She stopped for a moment, struggling to control her emotions. "I've heard the rumors about you and my mother. How could you betray me like this?" Kirk's face went pale the moment she spoke. His confusion was evident, and he was clearly caught off guard. "What are you talking about, Rasheeda?" he asked, his voice shaky. "You're mistaken." But Rasheeda wasn't about to let him deny it. "I have proof," she said, her anger building. "You can't keep denying this. How could you do this to us? You were supposed to be my partner, my confidant. Instead, you're sneaking around with my own mother. How could you do that? Kirk was visibly flustered, his words stumbling as he tried to explain himself. It's not what you think, he said, his voice barely above a whisper. Rasheeda crossed her arms, her gaze fixed on him as she waited for some sort of explanation. She glanced around the room as if searching for some escape from this nightmare, but all she found was the weight of the silence. He didn't seem to have any answers. The betrayal was clear, and the trust that had once existed between them felt shattered. It was hard to ignore the sense of betrayal that hung in the air, especially with everything that had already happened between them. Their relationship had been full of ups and downs, but nothing could have prepared her for this. Rasheeda had stuck by Kirk's side through thick and thin, even after learning about the child he had fathered with Jasmine Washington, which had been revealed in the 6th season of their lives together. She had supported him, hoping that their bond could survive anything. But this was too much.